everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY Dreaming. Happy Friday to everyone, or whatever day it is when you're watching this on replay. On this video tutorial, I have a really cool craft project that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I'm super excited to show it to you. And if I can get my act together, I have another one for this afternoon. They both involve feathers. So we're gonna make some fabulous feathers. All right, as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to sprinkle and let me know that you're watching with some comments or some hearts or something, so I know I'm not just sitting in my craft room talking to myself. Anyways, okay, so let's get started. There's two ways you can do this project. You can either do it with vintage dictionary pages, which are awesome, or you can use sheet music, or honestly, you could use any kind of paper that you have. Scrapbook paper, a current book. I mean, it's just completely up to you what you want to use. But I have done one of both of these. So I'm gonna show you the steps. All right, last night while I was not sleeping and I was wandering around Pinterest, I saw this idea again that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. And so there was a sketch of 3 feathers that I sent to my computer and printed. It's not mine, but it wasn't copyrighted or anything, and it didn't belong to any particular person. I think the person that posted it at Pinterest was like from a foreign country. So this is part of what it looked like, and this was the other one. All right, so we're gonna make a paper feather that's gonna be moldable, and it's going to have gold leaf on it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, so as I always do, you guys know if you've been watching DIY Dreaming for any time, I always make a pattern. So I basically just cut out this feather from the sheet. And if you're looking for that, just Google or go to Pinterest and look for feather, what was the word? Feather art or something like that, okay? So I made my pattern, and what we're gonna do is I cut out a bunch of pages from that sheet music, and if you're gonna cut out one feather, you might as well cut out 6 all at the same time, because it's a waste of your time and energy to do them one at a time, and you're gonna need 2 pieces for this project. So this is the piece that I have left after I cut some out. And you know me, I'm frugal. So I'm gonna use this, what's left over here. And basically all you're gonna do is use a marker or a pencil or whatever you like, and you're gonna trace it, okay? So let me do that. So how are you guys doing today? Hey Shanna, hey Linda, hey Elaine, hi Robin. Thank you guys for joining me. You're gonna just be so amazed at how cool this project turns out. I'm really surprised. I had seen this for a while and I thought that it just looked way too time consuming, but honestly it really isn't. And I'm gonna show you some cheats or tricks to make it less time consuming. One of them is this idea right here, that you're gonna cut out multiple pieces all at the same time. And it's not hard. I'll put those book pages back together once I get it all traced. Okay, and this is not, there's nothing magical about this shape, so if you find a feather that you like better, use that. And you can be messy tracing it too, because you can just flip it over and use the other side. Or you can just cut inside the lines. The first one I did, I used a pencil, you guys, and it was hard to see where to cut. So then the second one that I did, I used this. It's like a felt, okay, it's called a felt tip pin. It's not a brand that I recognize, but this for me is what is working the best. Okay, so this is what I have. All right, and now we're just gonna cut it out. And for that, I'm gonna use big scissors to cut it out. And I'm just gonna hold onto my pages firmly so they don't slide around. And I'm just cutting inside of the marker. And you guys, I'm not gonna cut the notches. Whoops, we'll see. I'm not gonna cut the notches and the feathers until I have most of the feather already cut out. That saves time also. So I'm just cutting inside the rough lines that I have. And every feather's going to be different, so don't feel like you have to do it exactly, you know, any particular way. As long as the two that you're going to put together are the same, you're good. This is going to have a front and a back, and it's going to have a metal wire in the center, which makes it so that you can bend it. And I do have one that's all finished and ready to go, so stay till the very end so that you can see the completed project. Although we are going to do every step of this. This is what takes me so long to get ready to come live each day, is I have to figure out exactly what I need and prep a couple of examples and figure out, you know, what's going to be the easiest way to do it, what's going to be the easiest way to explain it and show it. So that's what I've been doing all morning, is working on feathers. Okay, so I cut out the basic outline, but I haven't cut the notches yet, and I'm going to do that right now. Goodness, my hands are shaky, and I just ate lunch, so I'm not having a low blood sugar. I'm just having an extreme shaky day. We're getting there. Hi, Evelyn. Hey, Diana. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Glenna. Thank you guys for watching. I think you're gonna really like this project. I hope you do. I really do think you will. I have had a few people ask me recently if we could do feather, book page feathers. And I kept thinking to myself, that sounds great, but darn, they're so hard. But you know what? They're really not hard. They just take a little patience, which of course I have none of that. Okay, so here's what we have. All right, let me clean up my workspace here. I thought I had everything set up to video this way, the long ways, but then when I turned it on, it was cutting my head off right here, and there was just, I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I know several of you have said, can you do it horizontal? I will eventually figure that out, I promise. Okay, so I'm working on a Wilton's cake board, just because I don't want to get the glue and stuff on everything. And I'm just going to take 2 pieces of this, and I'm going to set the other ones aside to do later. Okay, and they're going to be mirror images of each other, so I'm going to flip it over so that you don't see my marks where I traced it. All right, okay. And the first thing you're going to do is figure out your wire. Now, I'm sure there's like a special kind of wire that professional people use for feathers, but I don't have that. So I'm using what I have, which is what I believe in doing. Use what you have whenever possible. And this is just floral wire. Let's see, does it say anything on here? I don't know. It doesn't say anything. I've had it so long I can't even remember where I got it. Okay, and I'm just going to pull out a good length of it, longer than what the feather is, and cut it. And then we're going to kind of sort of bend it so it has a slight bend to the left. It doesn't have to be perfect just yet. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do, oh gosh, I just lost the next thing that we're going to do. Thank goodness I have the lid on the special glue for the gold leaf. Okay, so this is Eileen's original tacky glue. It's from Walmart. It's all-purpose glue. It's really thick and it's really sticky and it's hard to get it to come out of the bottle. This is the hardest part of the project. I'm just running a line of it up the center of the flower, and that's where we're going to stick our metal, our wire. And then I'm running it down even onto the, goodness gracious. Okay, let's see, do I not have any paper towels? Let me get this off here so that we don't end up messing up our next step. Okay, so we did the Eileen's tacky glue. Can you guys see that? I'll lift it up just a little bit. It's just a messy line right through the middle of the feather. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some Mod Podge on the two sides of it, and then we'll stick the wire in, and then we'll flip it over and put the other side on it. And this can be messy. And you don't have to get it absolutely perfect. So can you guys see what I'm doing? This is just so that the two sides will stick together. Hey Diane. Hey Darlene. Hey Robin. You wish the Eileen's Craft Show was still on TV. You know, I've never seen that. Was it a good show? What did they do? I'm sure it was some kind of crafts, but I don't know how I missed that. I have been a crafter pretty much my whole life. I started doing crafts with my mom and my grandmas. We sewed a ton of Barbie doll clothes. We did tulle painting. I learned how to crochet, and I made little mittens and booties for my baby dolls. So I've always been a crafter, but I've never heard of that show. Okay, so now I'm going to put my wire in it. And I'm just sticking it into the glue. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other side of the sandwich, the feather sandwich, and just try to get it pretty even on where everything is. Okay, and then I need to pick it up because I don't want it to be glued to this board. Okay. And I'm, at this point, going to just sort of pat the pieces together. I'll show you in just a second. And it's easier to do it if you don't have glue on your fingers. Oops, come here. Well, drats, this wire wants to come out of the bottom on this one. Okay. Get on there. Oh my word. Okay, I'm gonna call that good enough. Let me pick it up and show you. This is what you have. Okay, and it's gonna take at least 30 minutes for this to dry, possibly a little bit longer. So you can just set it aside and then clean up your space for the next step, which I've done this. I've gone this far with another one, and I'm going to show you the next steps. Okay, where is that one that I did? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so this is one that I did before we got started. And the next step is the gold leaf. This is where the magic really begins, okay? And I'm seeing this and I'm thinking it doesn't quite look dry. So let me see if I can just pat some of the darker or wetter looking spots. Okay, the one I'm going to show you at the very end is a different style from this. So stay on to the very end. You'll be happy that you did. Okay, and this is gold leaf. It's not real gold leaf. It's just gold leafing looking stuff. This is from a maker studio. That's one of the companies that I'm an affiliate with. And it's not expensive at all. It comes in with a book of 25 sheets and it goes a long, long ways. And so for this project, you need this and you need some of this special glue. Eileen's glue, Mod Podge, Elmer's glue, Gorilla glue, none of those are gonna work with gold leaf. You need this specific glue. It's called gilding size. Okay, and so what I did before I came live is I just opened my little pot and I stuck my fingers in there and I just flipped it all over. All right, and this is what it looks like. It takes probably 10 minutes to come to tack, and tack is just the word that says it's the right stickiness, okay? And then I have an hour of open time where it will stay sticky enough that I can put the gold leaf on. Okay, so that was the first step. And then I'm just gonna pull my gold leaf out, and it's gonna come in a little book that looks like this with 25 sheets. And you're just gonna pull back the top sheet partly. Can you see how I'm holding on to this? Okay, and then I'm going to lay this part on my feather and press. Okay, and it's only going to stick where I have the special glue, the size. Take a piece of this and put it on the bottom. I cannot remember if I put any spots there. Okay, so then you're just going to tear off that sheet from your book and crumple it up, and you're going to pat it onto your feather. Okay, and then you need a stiff brush. Let's see. A really cruddy one like this. And I'm hoping that this is the right tack. Yeah, it looks like it. And you're just going to brush off the extra pieces of leaf that won't stick to it because you didn't have any size there. Okay, and a lot of people like to save all these little pieces that come off. I have a little round dish that I put my leaf that comes off into. This is called burnishing. Get off there. And it's messy. I'll show you in just a second what this looks like. So you could do any design that you like with the gold leaf. I'm going to flip it over because you can see that I have pieces that have stuck underneath. and I'm going to try to gather this so it's not flying all over the place. The worst thing you could do right now for this project is turn on the overhead fan, because then you would have gold leaf everywhere. But it is pretty easy to just vacuum it up. Okay, so I flipped this over so that I could get the leaf that's on the back off. And that looks pretty good. Okay. So then the next step, this is what we've got right here. See how it's just sort of splattered on there? Okay, the next step is we're going to trim this piece that's coming out of the top. Can you see what I'm talking about? And the piece that's sticking out at the bottom. And I'm just using regular scissors. Know where the other piece went. Okay, now the fun begins. I like to use a little pair of scissors. It's easier to get in there. And before I started cutting, I have a sharpener in the kitchen that I use for knives. I sharpened my scissors. If you don't have these little kind of scissors, you can use any scissors you want. Now I'm going to cut the individual little strands of feather. I'll show you in just a second. And I'm kind of going with the shape. You don't want to cut all the way through, but the wire in the center will stop you. Can you guys see what I'm doing? So what is everybody doing this weekend, this Easter weekend? Do you guys have plans? Hey, I want to tell you guys that Andrea Bocelli, I don't know if you know who he is. He's an Italian opera singer he's more than an opera singer. But anyways, he is having a concert from his YouTube channel that will be available to anyone. It's going to be this Sunday, Easter Sunday, at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in watching that, we're definitely going to do online church on Sunday for Easter. Probably have some nice breakfast and have my adult children look at their Easter baskets. And then in the afternoon, we're going to watch that. We're going to hook my iPad or my husband's computer up to the TV, and we're going to watch the Andrea Bocelli concert. So if you're interested in that, take a look online. You can just Google him. Okay, so can you see how I've started to cut these? Let's keep going so that I can do the whole thing, and then I can show you how you bend it. And then I'll show you the other one, which has a completely different look. So I hope you'll stay till the very end. And then, like I said, I have another feather project that I'm working on right now to show you, and it involves actual guinea feathers. Those are the feathers that are really in right now that have the little like black and white spots at the end. And anyways, I want to have it all ready before I show it. Okay, so see, I've done all this side. Okay, now let me do the other side. You're going to cook tomorrow. Oh, it's supposed to storm out in Atlanta too. And it possibly will be like bad storms. So I'm not too excited about that. Where are you, Robin? Have you guys ever done any of these feathers? If you have, I would love it if you would share a picture. You can do that either here in the comments, or I also have another Facebook group. It's called Dreamy Space DIY, and I set that up as a place for you guys to share your craft projects. with everyone so that we can all get more ideas and also feel celebrated, you know, a little bit for the awesome things that we make. So if you haven't already asked to join that group, it's Dreamy DIY. When we get done here, hop over there and ask to be admitted or whatever. And of course I will. And if you've done feathers before, you could put your pictures there, or you can put pictures here. But mostly I like people to put pictures there because everybody's looking for stuff and getting ideas, and we're just all sharing stuff and encouraging each other. And anyways, it's I just recently started promoting it, and it already has like 2,000 members or so. So, and it's like 2,000 of the most creative people on the planet. I have seen some amazing projects there. It's really fun to see you guys' take on some of my DIY dreaming projects. It's also really fun to see your original projects. So feel free to share. Join that group and then share either. Like there's been tons of flowers that have been posted over there because I've done a lot of video tutorials on flowers lately. Okay, we're getting there. And I'm sorry I can't pay more attention to the comments. I cannot cut and... Okay, so since it has 2 layers and it has Mod Podge in between, it is sturdier, okay? And you can bend this however you want it. I don't know, what's the normal shape of a feather? Whatever it is. It's just completely up to you. And it's really pretty sturdy. You could do this project without the gold leaf, but I think it adds a lot to it. So if I forgot to even say this, if you're interested in the gold leaf products from a maker studio, they're really inexpensive and really nice quality. Say something in the comments that you want the links to the gold leaf, and I'll send you a personal message when I get off. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, here is the other one that I did. Dun, dun, dun. What do you guys think about that? So I did this one exactly the same. This is made out of a vintage dictionary page. And I painted one entire half of it with this size. And then I put gold leaf on just half of it. There's a ton of different things that you can do. And then you can bend it however you like it. You know, I don't know. I haven't figured out how I want to bend it. But anyway, so these are the 2 that I've done so far. And I would love to see if you try it. The Mod Podge makes it just less fragile. And I think that these are stunning. So I hope that you guys will try it and put your spin on it. Use whatever kind of paper that you have handy. Let me know if you want the link for the gold leaf and the size. You need both. Hop over to Dreamy DIY if you haven't joined that yet, and look around at the project pictures that people have posted there. There's a lot of really great projects. And feel free to sprinkle this. And what else? I don't know, nothing else. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. I will try to get everything ready with this other project that also has feathers so that I can come live later this afternoon. All right, thanks for watching. See you soon.